cozy torch radiates from a cave in a wooded hillside. 20 feet from the cave is a tree with a weathered sheet of paper nailed to its trunk. Try again, sorry.
Maybe that's just blocking the light. Like Pixie's looking up at the cliff, pointing at it.
Okay.
I'd say we wait for nighttime.
Well, we were going to see what was kind of blocking out the light picks. It seemed like it was legitimately getting dark and, well, couldn't really see the sky. It does make me wonder, though. There's a torch over there and a piece of paper. Wonder if that's actually some signs of life. I mean, maybe it might be the home of that nib that we keep hearing about.
A torch means fire, and fire means civilization.
Well, I mean, we don't have to stop for the night if it isn't in fact going dark, but I'd say it'd be worth poking our head in. I mean, we still need to find, well, where Scabatha Nightshade's residence is in order to steal the paintings, so yeah. Victor's going to walk up to the weathered piece of paper. He's going to see if he can read it.
Roll me a d8. Okie dokie. In large print it says, "Wanted, Will of the Feywild. How dare this ragamuffin defy me? Bring me him alive and unharmed, and I'll grant you a loyal servant." With a little scroll picture of a scraggly haired young man.
Okay, presumably no one Victor recognises. I mean, wouldn't think he would, but on the off chance. Okay, Victor is going to just call the others over and basically direct them to the sheet of paper and probably to... actually, I think he's... I think he's just going to generally bring the others over just to relay what he's seen.
I'll ask Phil. Do you know who that is?
Nobody's famous. Pictures of him everywhere.
Who is it? What did he do?
Different posters say different things. He took things, he's a scoundrel. Someone doesn't like him. But everyone knows him. Never met him, though.
Aye, well, seeing as we're already here, do you want to have a poke inside and see if we can, well, find out who, well, lives there?
Let's go. Nico just walks forward.
And Victor will follow.
Okie dokie. Inside the cave, a wizened old man wearing a blindfold sits at a spinning wheel, surrounded by piles of gold. As he spins, he reaches down and grasps a handful of coins, which transform at his touch into golden fibers. They spin around on the wheel, and he tilts his head to the side slightly, looking as if through the blindfold.
Visitors?
Hello.
Hello there.
You must be Nib.
Yeah, that's me, yes. I'm Nib.
Well, nice to meet you. I am Nico. We are here actually looking for you because we have a question. And perhaps you could lead us in a better direction. We are looking for Scabatha Nightshade. And I have heard that you made a deal with her before.
Oh, yes, I did. Oh, you can find her at Loomlurch.
Which is where? We're not.
If you follow the main stream, it eventually splinters off to the left. You can follow that to reach her.
The main stream to the left. We didn't encounter a river before, did we? DM?
No, you have not.
And where is this stream that I have to follow?
It's further to the north, but make sure you don't take the first left. That'll just lead you to a dead end.
Second left.
Here's the second left.
Okay. Just going out on a limb here. Do you perhaps know what her weakness is?
Weaknesses? Oh,
Yeah.
heavens no. Why would I know such a thing like that?
Yeah, that's just asking.
She was nice enough to help me. Why would I really want her harmed?
She's nice.
Well, keeps her bargains. Should be very careful what you wish for, though.
What do you mean?
He smiles a little bit sadly, and as he does so, you see over his shoulder a shadow moves. Vaguely humanoid. It seems to lean down towards his ear and whisper something, and then disappears. Well, I've led a rather half-less existence. I earned these riches, he gestures around, by exploiting my tenants' misery, buying up condemned property and renting it out for an exorbitant fee. Very profitable. Granny Nightshade is helping me to make amends. I told her I wanted to put my bad deeds behind me, and my ill-gotten gains to good use. She cursed me to dwell forever in this cave, spinning my gold into useful items for anyone who comes by. Until it's gone. As he finishes, another shadow leans over his shoulder. Then dissipates.
Okay, I see. And what is that shadow? Well, why is it moving that first, and what is it telling you?
I'm haunted by my own words. As long as my ill-gotten gains were to put to use, my bad deeds would remain behind me. You're beholding the restless operations of those I hurt. They lurk behind my back, tormenting me with pokes to my ribs and whispers in my ear. I can't bear to look at them in the eye, not after what I did to them. At that, you see he suddenly jumps as a hand pokes him from behind. Can I offer any of you a gift?
I think I speak for all if I say that we humbly accept.
Yeah, I always like something new and
Sadie
shiny.
isn't so interested in the gift. She's having a look at the coins, seeing if there's any interesting coins.
Okie dokie. Roll me an investigation check to see what you find. You see quite a few different types of coins with all kinds of different things stamped onto them. One of them has a picture of an eagle, another one a picture of a dragon, another has a picture of a fairy on it.
Going for the picture and the dragon picture and trying to pocket those two.
Roll me a... Are you doing it sneakily or...
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check then, please. Okay. As you go to pick up the coins around them shift, and a small pile falls over. At that, Nib jerks, and his blindfolded face turns to face where you were. I would advise against that.
This is pretty one.
Yes, but if you take any coin, what follows me will follow you.
Where is this coin from?
Which one is it?
She'll hold the fairy one out to him.
He'll move his hand around the back and plants his thumb over it. It will be from Waterdeep, I believe. Yes.
Oh,
I
the
believe-
paper town.
Hmm?
The paper town.
The paper town. I suppose there is an export of paper.
Oh yeah, actually now Pix mentions it, that Waterdeep paper is pretty famous. Scandal a few years ago, mind. Can't really remember the details. Kind of run by eccentric Tabaxi, if I remember right.
Last I checked, it was a beholder, but...
Well, I was referring to a Waterdeep paper company, but I don't know, maybe it changed hands.
Yes. But I would advise not to take any of them, young miss.
Pity. And drops the coin again.
Now, what would you all like me to make for you? I know how to make a handful of items by heart, but if there is anything specific, I may be able to give it a try.
Victor ponders a moment. Oh, sorry, if someone else wants to go first.
Well, what type of items can you make?
Just writing them out now. 1 second. He points towards a little piece of wood by his side, with the items listed on it. These are the easiest for me to make, but if you have other requests, I might be able to possibly try, dependent on what their value is. And that last one is specifically blue sapphire.
Okay.
Can you make something that actually tells the time?
Well, something that tells the time, it would depend on what time it would want to tell.
Well, I think what Bix might be referring to is, so like, just to confirm something for me. Like, the passage of time in, let's say, I don't know, hither compared to here and thither, are they different?
Oh yes, all Fey realms travel at different times. What is a minute in one could be a century in another.
Well, could you make a watch that would kind of give us an idea of what the passage of time is like in Heather?
Do you have anything from there that I can use as a base?
He's just going to search his bags. I think he's picked up a couple of things. You know what? I think Victor's actually going to present. Before presenting, so whatever I give you, will it be damaged in any way?
It will be lost in the process.
I have a brooch from hither. Or dither.
Anything will do from that realm. It simply serves as a base to tie the passage of time to.
I'm okay with it.
Reckon we should, I don't know, have something made to tell the passage of time here as well, so we can directly compare.
That could be useful, yes. However, the cloak of protection I'm also interested in.
I'd be willing to do 1 item per person. That is my deal with the hag. You would like to confer? I'll get to work on this first item.
Right. Okay. So I suppose we have a team huddle, or whatever the equivalent of that is. So, Victor will say, so, Pick, since it was your idea, do you want anything in particular from the list, or are you okay with the watch for Hither being your item?
Well, I'm thinking about the first thing.
Ah, that amulet, you mean?
That might be useful if you want to return.
Just to clarify, we're looking at the proof against detection and location amulet, right? Or are you referring to something else?
Yes, that.
And yeah, also for if when we're in Scabbethers, they've got anything spying on us, I suppose that might be useful if we want to sneak in. Right, well, who's, do you want that to be sort of your gift, Pix?
Let's decide what everyone else needs so we can see.
Aye. Well,
If we each have one, or if someone doesn't have something, and how to get the clocks in.
aye, well, I reckon that we should use 2 of the items for a clock for either and thither because, well, we haven't really been able to get a straight answer about that. But other than that, I would say that amulet's the most useful thing I personally feel was kind of out of these options. So, yeah, I suppose it's what everyone else likes.
Mm. I don't think there's anything there that I'm particularly need. Well, there's a couple of things I won't mind, but
So, big and shiny man, what are you thinking?
Well, this might be a stupid question, but the boots of elfenkind, can they be worn by everybody or only elves?
I'll be honest, I can't say I've really ever owned a pair myself. But, I mean, I suppose, in my mind, it's just, maybe they're made by elvenkind, I mean, that's just me taking a stab in the dark there, admittedly. But I suppose...
It's an elven design.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
That's what I thought.
But they do look best on elves.
If it's alright, I would like one of those. Well, a pair. I need two to wear.
Aye. I mean, they're offering gifts to all of us, so, yeah, if that's what you want, Shining Man.
And Nico, what did you have in mind?
I was thinking about the cloak of protection. Gives me a bit more durability.
Do you need any more?
Oh, always. If I'm the man in front to take the hits. But then again, I don't need per se it, but it would be nice to have.
Are these items like, do they exist in front of us, or was that list just?
It's just a list.
I think he's
Okay.
going to fabricate the items for us when we confirm our choices.
What about you, Vic?
Well, personally, I'm between either asking for a watch to see what the passage of time in Hither is, or the amulet of detection location. Honestly, I was just going to wait to see what the rest of you decide.
Do we need two of them? Of the amulets?
Well, I mean, I was thinking it might be useful to have a couple of watches to directly compare the time in Hither to here. But I suppose we only really need to know, like... Well, I suppose we could probably make a guess, like, if the... Like, you know, like, if it moves sort of 10... If we count up to, let's say, 60 and we know it's 10 minutes, I mean, maybe we could probably work out. But, I don't know. It's, as I say, it's up to what everyone else feels is more useful.
No, I meant the amulet.
Oh, you
Since-
mean of?
Yeah.
Eh.
Since picks also 1-to-1, so...
Well, I mean, that's why I was waiting to see what everyone else wanted. Because I reckon that we could probably do with both of those items. It just depends who wants what. Speaking of which, Miko, what are your thoughts?
Just looked up the gloves.
If we need to take a slot.
Pixie to wear those gloves?
For me?
No, I'm asking the DM. If you really thought about that. They give
not
a
my list.
+5 on sleight of hand and picking logs.
Would you ever fail a check ever again?
Well, was a net one? Yeah, but
I'm just about to say
elf,
don't
it
tempt
would be a
fate.
+14.
But, hey, well, the
Not my
offer's already
list.
on the table.
If we need some people to take the clock thing, then I'll take that. But if not, I kind of want the wand. That seems fun.
I mean, the boots for me were just to try something out. It's not, what to say, a priority. I'm fine with picking a watch, a clock, a thing, the time thing.
You reckon we need two
Well-
clocks, or do you reckon we'll be able to figure it out with just the one?
I think one will do it.
I think one will be enough.
But big guy working a little more silent might help.
Me being a bit more silent? Could be.
I can keep working out. I mean, it would help.
And the metal, sometimes you rattle.
I mean, I haven't polished it in a long time, sure, but I am hesitant to break it since the armor itself is pretty heavy, so not sure how much the boots will help.
The boots will help with what actually?
With sneaking.
The steps, but your armor would still make noise. Right? Something along those lines?
Don't know. So who's picking what? We're going for one person for the amulets, one person for the hour, for the time, for the watch. What else do we need?
Aye. You mentioned those boots, Shireman, didn't you?
Yeah, but not as a priority. I'm fine with picking the watch, so everybody else can pick an item.
Well, so watch is going to be one item, so we can basically have 5 things between us.
Yeah.
Well, I can make the sort of either. I'd say the amulet would be good for either me or Pix. It just depends if any of those things catch your eye, Pix. Those gloves might be interesting for you.
Sorry, coughing fit.
Okay.
No, the amulet was the only thing. I mean,
So you might have cut out there.
the glass would be funny on Pixie, but she already has a +9. She doesn't need another +5 to that.
Is there anything specific that Pixie wants?
The amulet.
So Pixie wants the amulet. Okay. So in that case,
Although, as a player, I'm not sure it would help. The shields from divination magic, I'm not sure they are using a divination magic to figure out the SFA around.
I think Vic is probably most concerned about the watch, so that can be his pick if no one else wants to choose it.
So, Victor, what?
When you guys decide, write down your list.
Do you want us to DM the choice or just write it here in
I just
120?
put it in the chat.
Okay.
Just as record of it. So it's Nico and Miko.
I'm torn.
Actually,
Kind of want the elemental gem because it sounds like it'd be good in a boss fight, but that wand seems like more utility.
do you know how to make something that... how do I say this? That disguises the type of a creature?
You're thinking of something to conceal the presence of Fae, I'm guessing there, Pix.
Of Fae or of mortal?
Do you have
I know there's a
particular
spell that does that.
Do you have a particular item in mind?
No.
What's the spell?
I think it's Magic Aura that does that. I don't know if there's an item that does the same thing. I could be wrong.
Quick check of it. Just bear with me a second. I might be able to create something like that. It might be a small trinket, limited charges, but recharge per day. Does that sound doable?
It
Suitable?
would be more interesting than the amulet to Pixie.
Okie dokie. I'll say for the sake of the game, it will basically give you 2 charges per day of Arcanist's Magic Aura via a gem. Fully recharges at the dawn of each day. So is everyone set with that then? That is your list.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I can so.
Okay. With that, he lifts up a handful of gold and holds out one hand. Do you have the base for the watch?
I will hand the brooch to him.
He takes it, and in his hands, puts it together with the gold, and they merge together, become thread that goes onto the spinning wheel. This will take me an hour per item, if you will just wait patiently. It begins spinning, slowly starting to form the item.
Hi, listen, if you wouldn't mind, could you do the watch first? Just kind of want to get an idea of, well, how much time this is actually taking and ever.
I'm in the process of doing the watch.
Okay, sorry. Don't mean to backseat the craftsman.
Victor, you feel something over your shoulder. You turn to look, you see a tall man made up of shadow, his eyes blurring at the old man. Stays there for a second, staring, and dissipates.
Does it seem to acknowledge Victor, or is it Victor more just noticing that it was there?
Victor just noticing it was there.
Victor sort of like shivers to himself briefly, just it's a little bit freaky to him, but otherwise he doesn't say anything.
One more question. You said taking the gold will make them follow us instead of you. Is it the same with the
Still
gift?
haunts me. I know, with the gifts, they are completely free. Those deeds are no longer behind me. What is it that brings each of you here as well? Are you all here to make a deal?
I'd say, long story short, we're running an errand.
Quite an odd place to be running an errand.
I mean, do we look like your typical folk?
Even if I looked at you, I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah, actually, I didn't kind of think with the whole... yeah, we're not really from around here, so... Yeah, everything around us tends to be a little bit, atypical.
Well, that's very wild for you.
Ain't that the truth?
Is there anything you would like to know from around here? I have
Well,
visitors quite often.
well,
Some are quite pleasant, better than the whispers.
oh, yeah, I can imagine. Well, considering, you know, we're here to... Oh, was someone wanted to ask a question, sorry? Alright. Well, I mean, since we're on errands, we wanted to, take in a few of the sites. For example, we kind of... you mentioned, Granny Nightshade earlier. We're kind of just wondering, you know, sort of where they're at.
Is typically around Loom Lurch, unless she's out hunting for that young Rexcallion.
Oh yeah, I saw that sign outside. What's all that about? What did they do? Not from around here, as I say, so... Yeah, I know, they're pretty famous, apparently.
He comes to visit me once on a blue moon. Quite a pleasant young fellow.
Aye.
He managed to free several of the children from Nightshade's employ.
Victor turns to Sergio, giving him a look as he says that.
Do you perhaps know anything else about the children there, Nip?
Oh, not in particular. None of the others really venture out.
Hmm.
There is a handful of them all staying together over by Little Oak.
Would you mind maybe giving us directions to both of those places? Yeah, we are the curious sort.
Little Oak is a little ways past Loom Lurch. Where you turn off the stream left for Loom Lurch, if you were to follow the river, you would make your way to Little Oak.
And whereabouts is Loom Lurch? Considering our directions are from Loom Lurch to Little Oak.
Loom Lurch is if you follow the river and take the second left.
Ah, right, I thought he meant from Loom Lurch to go to thing. Okay, fair enough.
If you have business with him, I would suggest going there first.
Any
You never
particular
know if
reason?
Granny might send someone to follow you and lead her right to him.
Alright, well, I suppose we'll wait for that watch and, yeah, weigh up our options then. Hi. Sherman. Hey, you reckon your daughter might be among those kids?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but there's nothing wrong with checking it out.
Yeah, and,
I'm not trying to get my hopes up or have any expectations, but it is a big lead.
I actually did have a thought. I mean, it's a bit of a long shot, admittedly, but considering when we went to Bavlora's, her cook knew about her weakness, maybe the kids who work for her might have overheard something.
Perhaps, or
mean-
maybe the wanted man knows something.
Well, yeah, someone in that group who, you know, don't seem to be on the best terms of it, to say the least. Aye, well, it's all the same to
No,
you. I'm
no.
just going to... Oh, yeah. I've
He
been-
holds
But-
up a watch, golden in colour with some silver inlay, ticking away.
Okay. So, Victor takes the watch and goes, you know what? I think this might actually be one of the best gifts that I've gotten in a while. Thank you kindly.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
The
So-
die picks up a handful of coins and starts spinning the next item.
So while he's doing that, Victor is going to kind of to himself, like, start counting from 0 to 60. He's probably going to do it a few times to just make sure that he's got it right, and he's just going to see, basically for every minute he counts, how much time passes or doesn't pass on the watch. Basically, he's trying to tell, like, for every minute he counts, like, whether it takes the watch more time to advance by a minute, or it's like, 2 minutes for every. Yeah, hopefully you know what you
After
mean.
several double checks, you notice that over the course of 30 seconds, a minute goes by on the clock, the watch.
Right, so we in fact have 3.5 days.
Yep.
And that's assuming the passage of time isn't different again in the mists. Okay, that's what Victor wanted to know for now.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything for the next 4 hours that these items are being spun?
Good God.
Have a small rest.
Yeah, can take another short rest.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
When you spend hit die during a short rest, can it be as many as you have?
Oh,
Available?
God, now that is a question. I never really had to deal with short rests.
Yeah,
I think last time I just used one of my hit
I
die.
was actually just thinking, we haven't actually done short rests in any campaign.
No.
Like, literally no campaign we've done them.
Why
think-
would you need to spend hit die when you just had a long rest? Oh wait, Victor
Miko
got
did.
hurt, sorry.
I took damage after the long rest.
I thought only Victor took damage in the fight. When going past those creatures.
No, I think it
No,
was all
it's just-
except you.
Yeah. Only you didn't.
Okay.
I think we took a. Didn't we take a short rest after that? Before we arrived?
We did,
there?
yes.
So
Yeah, we
yeah,
did.
Victor already recovered. So
This is our
Yes.
second short rest.
what's everyone's health totals currently at? Just so I can double check.
Max
Go
40.
on. Right. Okay. Just
Eric,
check.
you can spend one or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level.
Okay. So I'd say last time I only spent one. I should have spent more.
Player rolls a
Okay.
die and adds a con modifier to it.
Have you regained any health then, Miko?
Just doing that now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not looking at the Roll20 screen at the moment. Okay, 6 HP for you. There you go.
Beautiful. Puts me at full.
Say, Nibs.
Yes.
I have a quick question. Because you made a deal with Scabata to atone for your sins.
Yes.
You made that deal willingly?
Yes, I
To-
travelled here willingly to do so.
What did you give in return to her?
Bear me a second.
Looking through the notes.
The memory is so horrible, I can barely remember it.
To be fair, there's a few pages here, bear with me.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing.
He's an old man and give him some time.
You know, how bad would it be that, like, if considering what he does, that he just gets easily distracted by shiny things?
I gave her the right to own my properties, to own my dwellings in Waterdeep.
So after you've given all your money away, you have literally nothing left.
Yes, but my past sins will also be behind me.
I mean, yeah, you can start fresh.
Yes, I'll be able to return to Toril.
Does that name ring a bell?
No, it doesn't.
To where? Where are you from?
It's the land of Toril, where Waterdeep is located.
I am
No.
unfamiliar with it.
You mentioned previously of Waterdeep.
Sorry,
You know
might
it-
have caught there.
Your mention of Waterdeep earlier. It is not the land of Toril where it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm unfamiliar with that place. Could you describe it a bit? What does it look like?
Well, there's a lot of arid land, swampland. There's a large desert towards the eastern parts. May not be from where you're from.
Mm.
You'll find travellers from all, well, at the very least you used to find travellers from all over the worlds. Travel has been a lot lesser in the past 8 or so years.
Since the Hex took over?
Yes. Furry circles have not worked since.
Ages.
Thereabouts.
Say, since you traveled the place, are you familiar with a place called the Palace of Dreams?
I can't say that I am. There was a palace that was connected to this land once when I originally arrived.
Could you
It
tell me
might
a
have
bit
been
more?
called that, but I never went there.
Do you know who owns that place?
It would be the Witch Queen. I believe her name was Illiwit. Though I've heard she goes by many names.
So,
Wait a minute. Was that not the name of the guide that we encountered at the Witchlight Carnival?
Well, actually, I might have got the name mixed up there. Bear me a second.
Oh, was that the wrong name? Sorry.
Might be in the wrong name.
Okay, fair enough.
so you
Igglewilf.
Legal Wolf?
Just going to type it out. Oh, I'm actually in the typing box.
Okay.
Big Wolf.
So you were here before the hags.
No, the
Why
hags were
did
here before me. I came here to seek a bargain with one of them.
But you talked about travel being less since then.
Yes. Since the
How do
realms
you-
were split by the hags.
So you just know that from hearing about it, or how do you know?
Well, I have a lot of visitors. Since I became trapped here, they told me many things, and I have no reason to doubt them. They tell me there is a great mist on the edges of this land.
That is true.
Let's quickly look through all the notes. It was Eliwick, the person.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's who I thought you meant initially.
So the gem with the spell on it has been woven, handed to Pixie. I also say that the boots of Elvenkind have been woven and handed to Sergio.
As soon as she has the gem, Pixie will spend time with it, starting attunement, if that's needed.
Yeah, no worries.
Actually, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, I sorry, I thought you were saying something further. When Victor looked at the watch initially, I would reckon that you'd make a note of the time it currently was when he was comparing it. What time was it when Victor was handed the watch?
I'm gonna say 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay. And how long's it been since he received it? Like 2 items being made, so about 2 hours?
So it'd be 4 hours on the watch.
Oh yeah, because yeah, it's basically twice as long. But I meant 2 hours in this realm is more what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Okay. Just got to keep a track of that.
If I put on the boots of Elvenkind and walk around, do I still have a squeaking problem?
You do.
Alright.
In fact, it seems to be a bit worse now. Because these are new boots. They haven't been broken in yet. So every single footfall goes wee, wee, wee.
Alright, yeah.
He hands over the cloak of protection after another hour has passed. Putting it to 9 p.m. at the moment.
Okay.
Or immediately put it on
Okay.
and start attunement.
He gets to work on the final item. Oh, I do trust that you are going to be having an audience with Granny Nightshade.
What makes you say that?
Well, there's little else reason to come here, to travel the phase, and whatnot. I'm giving you ask for directions to Loomlurch. I assume you're going to have an audience.
I mean, we probably are, yeah. That's the plan.
A little bit of advice. Pay attention to the key on her back.
The key on her back?
She has a wind-up like key placed into the back of her. When she's happy, it turns very quickly. If she loses her temper, then it completely stops. I advise you to converse with her when she's happy.
Right, so basically we've got to do our best not to wind her up.
I think we do.
No, you kind of do want her to be wound up.
Right, okay. I think that was confusing. Expression works a lot better.
Oh,
back
you
on.
have no idea. You should have seen where I travelled through before I came here. There were a bunch of foxes playing poker. They started taking off their legs and putting them on bets. It was very obscure. Do you have anything else you want to ask before the last item's finished?
No, I'm good.
Victor's okay for now.
With that, time passes and he makes the little wand and hands it to Miko.
Thank you.
What about your little friend? Would you like a gift? Me? Yeah, I'd like a gift. He smiles a little bit and then takes up another handful of coins.
What are you making for our little one here?
Sounds like a mushroom, so a lot of them will be quite useless, so I'll make him a little cape. This takes a lot shorter amount of time because it's going to be a much smaller cape. Let's say about 15 minutes later he produces a little cape and hands it to Miko. Would you care to put that onto your little mushroom friend?
Thank you. I'll take it and I'll put it on him.
He now has a little cape on.
You look great. Does it match the one that Nika has?
No, instead the colours actually match the top of his head.
Oh, that's cute.
Should have given a top hat.
Oh, sadly, I can bounce only one item per person. If you'd requested that quickly, I would have done the top hat instead. In fact,
wow.
I know quite a very interesting top hat I made for a person once. It allowed them to change how they looked.
So who did you give that?
It was this strange rat man.
Victor narrows his eyes at the mention of the Batman, but says nothing.
Alright.
So that guy was here too.
Oh, once upon a time, many people came by. It was very easy to get rid of all this gold. I used to have around 82,000. Now I'm down to a meager 27.
How long have you been here?
I believe about 10 years, maybe. But the exact passage of time is less than ideal.
Have you also given an item to Skabata?
She did not make a request for one.
Alright.
Truth be told, the chances are she could make anything better than I could regardless. He rides around on a magic rocking horse. So I can't make one of them. Well, I do believe it is a bit late right now.
Hmm.
If you look towards the exit to the cave, it has gone dark.
And what time is it on the watch at this point?
It will be just 10:15. Let's say.
Past 10, okay.
Oh, sorry. It'll be 10:15 comparatively, but I can't bother working out the exact hours difference.
But it says 10:15 on the clock at the moment. That's basically all I was asking.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm not sure how everybody else is feeling, so since I don't get tired, do you guys want to rest or continue through the night to find the river?
Well, you see, the thing is, big man, I would actually quite like a rest, but having a look at this watch here, it appears that we only actually have about half the time that we thought we had. You see, if you count up to 6, you can see that, yeah, like 1 minute in, yeah, so 1 minute here is 2 minutes in ever. So, and we don't know how long we took going through the mist, so, yeah, one hand I would like to have a rest, but clock's definitely against us, so, I think, looking around, I mean, we might be tired, but otherwise, we're all in relatively good health. It's gonna sound a bit uncharacteristic of me, but I think it might be wiser to press on. Unless, well...
Then
hey,
press on we shall. And
actually,
I start walking.
it would be worth asking, actually. Hey, Goldweaver, how dangerous is it out there at night? Can we... Is there anything we can use to guide us, see where we're going?
Well, most people would tend to light up a torch when they're going out in the dark. I don't know too much about there being anything dangerous there, but I have heard stories about something flying and prowling through the forest. But it doesn't take particular mind or heed to night or day.
Yeah, honestly, big man, I reckon we strike a torch and press on.
Nico has already walked outside the cave.
Victor's actually turning around talking to no one and realizing that he's leaving, and then he just runs after him, just going, I big man, just saw you all there for a second, and he's gone.
Have a pleasant day, everybody. Please
Victor
send
does
your friends.
Victor does shout back, thank you, by the way, once again.
Good luck getting rid of the rest of your gold.
Thank
leave.
you. Little mushroom is singing away on your shoulder with his little cape, dancing around.
Most people want to hoard their gold. They don't really like to get rid of it. Things are strange here.
The mushroom looks at you. No, not really. You guys are strange.
Does have a point there, Miko, especially with you. You're feeling alright after earlier? That still kind of threw me out a little bit. With the whole, shadow and egg thing.
I'm fine.
Alright, well, give us a holler if anything like that happens again. I don't know about... Even though I'm pressing on here, I've got to be honest, I feel weary of this place already, and I don't think I've even been here a day. Don't think. That Victor just walks on ahead.
You make your way into the night, assuming you strike a torch so the ones with dark vision can see where they're going. The bird calls have fallen silence. Some books.
Repeatedly play with their dancing lights.
Pixie plays with her dancing lights, lighting up the way. And that's where we'll end off the session. You're making your way into the dark forest.
Okay, very good. Right, so I think we're going to be back to our regularly scheduled programming of once every 2 weeks after this week, unless... is it going to be 2 weeks from today? Like, don't know what your
2 weeks' time,
rotation. Okay, just gonna double check, considering like that you've been off the last couple of weeks. Okay, well, in that case, thank you very much, everyone, for stopping by. If there's anyone besides us here at the moment, and we'll speak to you next time. Goodbye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye.